Hello, my name is Yusef, and welcome. Sorry, and welcome to part 78 of the American Show. Now let's begin. So, Susan was laying down on her bed when she got a brilliant idea. She says, I haven't talked to Randy in a couple of weeks. I need to do that. And so she got out of her bed, of course, and she picked up her cell phone and she called her. Her, she, of course, she answered. Excuse me. Of course, she answered, and she said, "Hey, I would really love it if I came to your house. Um, I really want to see you." And then Randy said, "No problem. No problem. We'll come over in a couple minutes. My mom is here, so I would just so if she opens the door, say hi, and walk in. Just come in the house. But just know that she's going to be here, and she might answer the door and not me. So I'm still recovering, as you know," she said. And then Susan said, of course, no problem." Um, and so with that, she got into the shower. She after that she got dressed, and then she put her shoes on, and then she just left. She left the house and she got into her car and she was off to go to Randy's house. So she was driving, just so excited, so excited to see her friend, and she was so excited to tell her what happened, and hopefully in her and hopefully you know say that just ask and hopefully ask if her friend seen the her show with Abigail, and it was so exciting for her. So she gets to the house, she pulls up, she knocks on the door like so. Then her mom opens the door as it was expected to happen. She introduces herself. Um, Jennifer welcomes her into her house. She makes a beeline, rather rudely, to her friend, and they hug. She is telling her about the show and about how great it was. And she was like, "Listen, I met her and she's wonderful. Actually, do you know how it happened?" And then no, I don't. What happened? And then she was like, "Okay, so I was just hanging out with my by myself." And even trying to get a hot dog as you do, right? And then she just came up to me and wanted to introduce herself and want me to do a show with her. And so I said yes, obviously, as you would do if you were in my position. What would you do if you were in my position? I said yes. And it was amazing. The show was incredible. I know it was great. It was great. And said, "Well, good for you. It was a wonderful thing. I I didn't see the show, but I didn't see the show, But yeah, I hope it was great. I said, this is the show. No, I was, sleeping. Oh, no problem. It's not a big deal. Hopefully they will do repeats. They will do a rerun of it so you can see it. That was amazing. That was great. It was awesome. And so, Jennifer, um, had, made some, snacks for them to eat. And they were eating snacks and all that stuff. It was kind of cool. And they were just telling, and Jennifer was telling her about her about her boyfriend, about how hard it was and all that stuff, and how great it was when it ended. And then Jackie comes walking into the house along with Patrick, and Patrick is seeing Randy talking to, of course, um, Susan and her mom. Susan's, well, Jennifer. And so they're walking in, right? And they were like, "Hey, how are you? How are you? Are you ready to do the show? What? What happened?" And that's when he said, Um, I want to come back and for a couple of weeks, if you don't mind, I would like to do the American show with you. So I went to Alpha Queen's office and asked him to do this for me. If that's okay with you. Oh, no problem. Uh, Susan said. Secretly, she liked doing the show by herself, but she understood it was what to do, and so she said yes. And so it was. Next week on the American show, Patrick will be coming back to the show. And and so they were eating snacks with each other, just hanging out, cooling down, watching television. And then Sally had, well, not not Sandy. That was the wrong show. Um, Jennifer. Nope, not the same character. Sorry. Um, Susan. That's right. Susan had to leave. Susan Susan wanted to leave, and so she got up and she said goodbye to everybody, and she left. She got back into her car and she left. Um, she was driving back to her house. So she was driving back to her house, and everything was just going great. The sun was coming down. Everything was just going perfectly for her. So she makes it home, and she opens the door. Her mom greets her, of course, and she sits down and eats dinner with her mom and her dad. They have a talk, and Alpha Queen comes home and just in time for dinner, and she said, "So so you talked to Patrick?" And he said, "Yeah, um, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to tell you, but you were busy with your own show. I couldn't do that." No problem. I understand you were busy yourself. I understand when you didn't do that. I totally understand. Um, Thank you. I appreciate that. I needed the help. Um, thanks. No problem. I would love to. I would love to work with him. No big deal. Are you sure? And then she said, "Yeah, no problem. There's no problem here." And then she continued to eat her dinner along with her mom, who was also eating dinner at the time. And so he sat down on the chair And with his dinner getting cold, he eats it, of course. And with that, they were eating dinner together. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, and share the video too. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.